December 3rd, 2009, Small Hope Bay Lodge, another perfect day at Small Hope. This is Jeff Birch, and I'm in the glass room at Small Hope looking at the ocean and sitting with my dearest friends from Canada, Bill and his son Chris Chapin. And Bill was a dear friend of my father way back when in the 50s and was integral in the formation of Small Hope. Bill, tell me about the beginnings.
Well, I met your father at the Unitarian Church in South Peel, and he was telling me about this place he had found, and he wanted to develop it. So I tried to incorporate in Ontario. They wouldn't allow me to. Tried to incorporate federally. They wouldn't allow me. So we had to incorporate down here in the Bahamas. Then when I started to send the money down, I thought I better come down and see what they're doing with the money. So we came down with 11 pieces of luggage, my wife and 2 kids, and Dick met us in Nassau and flew us over in his little Piper Club. And we pitched a tent down here where this building now stands, and he and a young fellow stayed in the tent and gave us his cabin in Calabash Bay. And they were working on the causeway coming into the building here at the time we were here. We stayed for about a week. My wife said to Dick, I'll do the food if you get the food. So that was the arrangement we had.
Oh, that's fabulous. So let me ask you something. Since that time, you've been, I mean, your kids really have come here many times. You've been coming since the 1950s, right?
Yeah, 1959.
Oh my goodness. And was Dad quite a character back then? I mean, what do you think was in his mind, and what caused you to even support this crazy guy that back with no road, no electricity, no telephone, came to this island? What went through your mind?
Well, it was a beautiful spot,
Uh-huh.
and I thought it would be well developed. And that was part of the geographical arrangements. Of course, your father, as you know, was a womanizer.
Okay.
He had 3 wives.
Right.
Joan was the first,
Right.
then Rosie, and Mona was the third. She was about half his age. We went through all of them.
So he's a womanizer, but he must have been an adventurer, and you must have been an adventurer of sorts to kind of.
Well, we had some great adventures down here. When we went over to Nassau one day in an 18-foot outboard with 2 motors on, beautiful day, got halfway across and a storm came down the tongue of the ocean. And pretty soon the waves are about 12 feet high. One of the motors cut out. Dick asked me to take the wheel while he went back to try and get going. And it was then I realized how dangerous it was. We would go up and then down. And I was afraid the bow wasn't going to come up again. I come up again. And my wife was under the front of the boat. She was a bit sick. And Dick and I were the only ones that were able to have a pee over the back of the boat.
Oh my God.
And then after that, the rains came. And it was so hard, we could hardly see the bow of the boat. And we didn't have a compass. And Dick said, you know, if we miss New Providence Island, we'll be out in the Atlantic. And finally, we reached the south end of New Providence Island and worked our way up the coast to Nassau and docked there. I got up on the dock and I couldn't stand up.
Your sea legs.
Yeah.
Were you a diver back then, Bill?
No, I wasn't. I was a snorkeler.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did Winifred ever dive?
No, she just did snorkeling too. She didn't fancy diving.
All right. Well, let me just break here for a second. Just go to you, Chris, and
Okay.
because now we're in the second generation. You and I are
Yeah.
about the same age,
Right.
and you come here very often, and you and I have a relationship in Canada, and it's just absolutely stupendous. And it was wonderful having you guys here this week, and spending
Well,
time.
we've really enjoyed ourselves, and actually, I have to say that actually 3 generations of the Chapin family have been here, as in your children are here. Uh, my children have been here more than once, and just love the place as well. I think one thing too that your father's infectious sense of adventure really piqued people's interest in the island from the get-go.
Yeah.
I can remember even as a child being really impressed with him spearfishing and providing dinner for us basically on a daily basis. That was really neat, and I have childhood friends here from Small Hope Bay that remain near and dear to my heart. And I remember the first time we came down, we brought some balls and baseball bats. And the people were saying, "Where's the baseball game? Where's the baseball game?" And we said, "Well, we just brought them for you to use," and really enjoyed ourselves. Um, since then, whenever possible, I've tried to come back to the island. It has a strong pull. I think once you visit Small Hope Bay, you realize that, and you have a sense of the family atmosphere here, and that it's a world away in terms of being able to relax. I love getting away from the phones and the TV, and just kind of sitting back with nature and enjoying myself.
Yeah, man. Well, I love you guys, and thank you so much. And this has brightened up my December. Great Christmas gift for me.
All the best to you and your family.
So do you.
All right.